Hi, I'm here. I'm just invisible.
You're invisible. Okay.
Now you can see me.
The invisible.
I almost got in twice today.
What's that?
I almost got in twice. Zoom was having a problem, so I was in twice.
Oh, okay.
I heard somebody else try to come in.
Okay. Well, we'll wait a couple more minutes.
See, I heard somebody trying to come in.
Where'd Heather go?
See, I think Zoom's having a problem.
Yeah, she disappeared.
And then I had an AI voice saying, "This is being recorded." Okay. And I said, yeah. Daniel had a different sounding voice, but it was a different AI.
Yeah. Well, it should. Yeah. Anyway, so okay. Maybe Heather had an issue with her. Oh, there she is again. Well, heel Heather. Irash. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, well, there you are.
I think we're all having problems with Zoom. I was in there twice.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'm being twice.
Okay. A Dion show. Kuchuk, Leva. Yeah. Haven't heard from Pat in the last couple of weeks.
She said she was going to be home on Monday, but I'm not sure. She was up in Visalia with her brother.
Australia?
No, Visalia up northern.
Visalia. Okay, not quite as far.
I know that's a long way. She won't be back by Monday.
Okay,
because she wasn't gone that long.
Okay. You. Yes. Okay. You. Well, Kesht, echt Dunisabee. Anybody have a question or a item of interest? Jay Ernayak.
I have some Nyack.
Okay.
Hang on. I forgot how to say it.
Lisa on show. Kuchuk. Hello, Lisa.
Hello.
Yeah. Kimrahu.
How do you say being late?
Hashin Kirshgalor.
Okay.
Hashin Fatalak. I guess
I have some news, I would say.
What?
Falligan, the pancake. Falligan, our son.
Falligan,
Anje. I have. I had pancakes yesterday for pancake. It was a pancake day yesterday.
Oh, God, Leva.
And I know.
Falligan.
And I looked up. They use a different word for pancake.
Okay. Okay. Well, there's possibly
I
another
didn't even know
one.
about it, and I thought, oh yeah, yesterday because you talked last week about Pancake Day,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
we had it
Pancake day, yeah.
yesterday.
Lán am Fuligan.
So they had 3 free pancakes, but
Oh,
I don't
okay.
like their pancakes.
Uh,
I helps because they're too thick.
okay. Yeah. I guess Heather,
Yeah, my Nyan have a
yeah.
Valyeniv Akmonian
Uh-huh.
Friday. I forgot how to say grandson, but
Oh,
Oa.
Owa.
Uh-huh. Oa. Oh.
I'll show
Oa
one
ur akit.
photo. One photo.
Oh, Hashin Wabasik Ma.
so what's his name? What's his name?
John.
Okay.
John.
Ian.
Ian.
Yeah, okay, okay. Oh, Dleva. Hashin Mirlach. Yeah. Okay. Dleva. I guess D. Kimro.
Amiguma.
Oh.
Ami train.
Oh, Vilu Trang. Oh, okay. Hashin Ula Trang. Trang on Jew. Trang on Coney.
A semi truck dumped over on the 15, caused some traffic.
It's like it's 2 days, almost like 2 days in a row. Another one came. So this is the second accident that shuts all the lanes down. The first one, all these pecans fell out of the truck. But the sad thing, someone died though. That was the sad. The driver died.
Oh, well, that's sad.
But they closed 8:05 and all this. I mean, you gotta have something funny. The pecans were all over.
Yeah. Yay, Laurie. Yay, Laurie.
Yay, Laurie.
Yeah. Almost literally a semi-truck means half truck. Yay, Laurie. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I should mention it. All right, okay. Yinchikin fhacal. We learned a new word. Okay. All right, we'll call you. Okay. All right, let's take a look at what we've got. Have to find the all right, okay. Where are we? Okay, let me share. All right, okay, Leva. Ashinan show. All right, okay. Well, Geltach, Biana Aga, Tlas, Fickets a tree, 23. This is the Shar Gaelic Vristja Nevierlich Liestja. Don't know what that means. And the Piper of the Week. Okay. This is in memory of the death some time ago of Flora MacDonald. Okay. And does anybody know who Flora MacDonald was?
She helped Bonnie Prince Charlie escape to the Isles.
That's right.
And she went to the Tower of London. Her mother had to get her out.
That's right.
Then she went to America. Her husband got arrested. They burned their plantation, so she went back to Skye.
Yeah.
That's where she's
going. Clàr.
I seen her cross.
Okay, she was instrumental in helping Bonnie Prince Charlie escape from the soldiers, the government who were trying to hunt him down after the abortive 45 rebellion. And I'll do a major, or probably a series of presentations on that one time or another. But anyway, she got him past the checkpoints of the government by having him dress as her maid.
And it was an Irish maid.
Yeah, Irish maid, Betty Burke.
Getting him in trouble.
Yeah. Okay. So she passed away, hundreds of years ago. So I thought that would be a suitable Piper of the Week. So anyway. All right. And okay. Clàr na Sheachna, Fàilte, Seachdaine. Going to go back to the adjective with masculine and feminine nouns and some Eacarsaich and Sgeulachd na Sheachna an Ruadh. Okay, I'll explain what that is. An Eala Bhàn. Okay, for the song, and then a couple items to keep you busy and out of trouble for the coming week. And here's a note on the Piper of the Week, a hero of the 45 rebellion. The last gasp of Gaeldom. Okay, the defeat of the Highlanders led to the demise of, if not Gaelic culture, of Gaelic power in
the Highland clearances.
Yeah, and led to the Highland clearances and all that. Okay, so here's not as sad okay. Eacarsaich Junior. All right. Okay. On show. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So, Báteach an Eala Bhàn. Okay. So we have a little video. Okay. Just
Is mis an Eve is afar go bhfuil Eacarsaich a bhí fudach an Eala Bhàn an Téalann
He
Sgeulachd.
disappeared.
yeah, I know.
Yeah. Coffee. Hi, an Eve is
Okay. Could you hear that?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. I don't know what goes on with my sound. One day it works and the next day it doesn't. So anyway. All right. So let's so this is a short little piece and in Gaelic with English subtitles. Okay. Anyway.
mis an Eve is afar go bhfuil Eacarsaich a bhí fudach an Eala Bhàn an Téalann Sgeulachd. Coffee. Hi, Kutramacha a bhí fáin plachs na rutin siimplíonn seo. Spácha go bhfuil bethe cadan sochtar. Traffic ar an Téalann Sgeulachd an dé háirtúí cheann ach an le ítear dáirithe. Come on, uad trí aichting agus bhí anamh nar a hitú amach. Bhfuil idir listen seo. Hi, ma. Am san tres seo, can ich mi duine auf go eile? Blasta. Agus dhéobh mé amach mar a bhíos iad sin a cáirichaigh. Bhaite rutain bice bája.
Okay, Rutin Becca Boyach. Small, beautiful things. Okay. All right. And I will see if I can find some of those shows to share, to download and share on YouTube for you. So, all right. But that's just a little preview. Okay. Rutin Becca Boyach. Okay. 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 Becken Kirk. So anyway. All right. Okay. So let's go back to the last. Okay. So Seachdaine na Sheachna. An Eaula Bhàn be an Eacarsaich. When the drink is in, the sense is out. Okay. Okay. A little warning about imbibing too much. Okay. Eacarsaich be an Eacarsaich. All right. Okay. And here's the various healths that are, I don't know if they're required, but Slandam of Noi heel, Slando de Vach. Okay, health to your fair wife, health to your son. Slando hek ombina kio. Okay, health to your coming and the sweet music. Bina kio. Slando dorach in a gelas gainavik. Okay. Health to your walking on the white sands, literally to your way or to your road on the white sands. Okay. Gaelic Gainavik. And a little note here, Manoy Gil. Literally, well, that means white wife, but it's not referring to white as in skin color. Here is your fair wife, your attractive wife. Okay. And here, the Gaelic we have Gel again, and here we are referring to white, as in the white sands. So, so we have to be a little flexible and interpret sometimes according to context. Slando de Venechen is de health to your blessings and your life. And sometimes Geo means a breath. Okay. But here it's can be interpreted as life. Okay. Von harlich yuin visona. Okay, since we would meet again and be happy. Is bershgona nakchik ruin, and bad events not come on us. Is vershgona nakchig, not come. Ergul she zer echo konish. In love of peace and in fear of fighting, hooker joke on Doris Yoon. The drink of the door will be taken by us. Hooker joke on Doris. Joke and Doris. Okay. All right. So the drink of the door, or might sometimes be interpreted as one for the road. But of course, nowadays, we don't want to take that too literally unless we're calling an Uber or something like that. So anyway, but back in the day, people didn't have Ubers; they just walked home. Okay, or okay, or maybe climbed on their horse and the horse knew the way home, so they took them home. So anyway, so Jokendoris, one more for the road. Okay, all right. So that's the Anudavis and Jokestai be an Kilamach. Okay, so it's a little warning for us, all right? Okay, Shanakana Shekana. All right. Grammar na Shekana. Adjective with masculine and feminine nouns. Root and prepositional. Okay, so we're not, so the root noun and the prepositional. Okay, all right, so we learned the adjectives more and Beck. Okay, so now we're going to expand upon that and look at other adjectives, and they follow similar patterns. So remember, whenever possible, feminine adjectives or adjectives for feminine nouns are lenited. Ben voyich, school vor, office foplach. Okay. So feminine nouns for adjectives. I'll put for feminine nouns. Okay, are lenited. Okay, all right. And slenderization, and the prepositional or dative feminine. And we voted that we'll just call it prepositional. Okay, where possible, we slenderize the adjective. Vor, ach becomes ich. Okay, poplach becomes poplich. Avischech becomes avischich. Mirvelach becomes mirvelich. All right. Okay. So we slenderize in the prepositional. Okay. So the easy part, adjectives modifying a masculine noun do not change. An Eacarsaich, the fast horse, an Eacarsaich, on the fast horse. Oh, I'm sorry, it'd be an Seachdaine. Remember, we have the T, right, in the root form. An Eacarsaich, on the fast horse. The adjective does not change for the masculine noun. Doin gorum, okay. Amur doin gorum, okay. The deep blue sea, okay. So ounce of ur, okay. So we've covered this before, how to use the definite article, the, okay. But notice the adjective doesn't change, and so even when we double up on it, do and gorum, okay, in the deep blue sea, okay. And this holds true not only for single syllable adjectives, but also multi-syllable. Cútramach, for instance, important. An your Cútramach, the important book. Ounce an your Cútramach, in the important book. Erical means elegant. Anti erical, the elegant house. Ounce anti erical, in the elegant house. So the masculine or the adjective modifying the masculine noun presents much less of a problem. Okay, so as a reminder, these follow the similar pattern that we learned for Beck and Moore. Multi-syllable adjectives are not augmented. Okay, let's see, are not, what should I say, not, not augmented, because the very often will augment the single syllable, Eacarsaich vicha, the E augmentation. But they're still united. An Eala Bhàn, Eacarsaich Eich, the note the lenition, we have lenition in each case. And Notaichean, the usual way. Remember, we cannot lenite words that begin with a vowel. Okay? And the adjectives are slenderized where possible. An offish foplich, ounce on offish foplich. Okay? Avischech, regular, usual. Ounce on doi avischi, in the regular way. Boyich, Eacarsaich voyich, at the beautiful girl, maybe belonging to the beautiful girl. Okay? Eacarsaich voyich. Okay, so we slenderize the adjectives for the prepositional feminine. Okay? All right, so if it's single syllable, we do augment the adjective. Ansevu vola. Okay, single syllable, we augment. Ansevu virvili. No augment, that is no added E at the end. Okay? All right. So an exception. Remember, especially D and T resist lenition after N. And a good example would be Monian down voyek. Nian, okay, there's an N, and then no lenition of down, brown-haired. My brown-haired girl, beautiful, voyek. So note that we skip down for our leniting, but we come back to leniting with voyek. Okay? Monian down voyek. And that's a line from a song, and you can just remember it. So when you're thinking about, now, should I lenite this or not? Think Monian down voyek. And that's one example that you can hold on to. Okay? And you can say Monian down, my brown-haired girl, not gown, okay? Onion down, not down, okay? Yeah, okay, yeah, both, okay. Okay. The plural adjective is easy in all cases, okay? We pay no attention to gender, okay? as we learned last week with Moore and Beck, we add an A augment. That is an A to the end of the adjective. So, Nacadich and Mora, the big friends, Nabatik and Becca, the little boats, Natai and Gorama, the blue houses. Okay. So note that no attention to gender, whether they're masculine or feminine. The Seachdaine Arta, okay, the tall soldiers, the Nean and Glicha. Okay. And so note that sometimes the augment is an E, slender to slender rule. Okay. The wise girl. Okay. And multi-syllable adjectives do not add the augment. That is, so we use the bare naked adjective. The Maichen Ali Fiei, the wild wolves. Matian, not Machian, but Matian Ali, the wolves. Fiei. The Calican Erical, the elegant girls. The Sgeulachd Famel, the necessary schools. Okay, so multi-syllable adjectives in the plural don't change. Okay, so okay. However, one big however, if the plural noun slenderizes to indicate the plural, here's where we get a little complicated, then we do lenite the adjective. Okay, the balich vora, the big boys. You see, because we have the insert of the I to indicate the plural. Nakoin veka, the little dogs. Okay, Naboranich voyek, the beautiful women. So if we have an internal plural, then we do lenite. All right. All right. So note here that the plurals are not Nabalican nor Nakuan or Naborican. Okay. All right. Okay. So, all right. So a lot of stuff to remember, but hopefully we'll learn it. We have some exercises, so I'm going to take us through some exercises. So let me pause for a moment. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Is that perfectly clear? You laugh.
Yes.
Yeah. It does get a little complicated in parts. Okay. So, but as we work with it, and I think I've said this before, especially as we read through material, you'll start to see it. Now that we've gone over some of the rules and we do the exercises, as we go through some of the Gaelic readings that we do, you start to see it. You go, oh, okay, so that's what's happening there. Okay, all right. Well, let's go back to our exercises. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Build a noun phrase. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, okay. Lore plus Kuchermach. Okay. So, all right. So I have some answers here, but anyway, but I'll just show them to you. So on your Kuchermach. Okay. Yeah. We'll take the genitive off. I have ounce on lore Kuchermach. Okay. So genitive, masculine, plus the Kuchermach. So it'd be on your Kuchermach. Okay. Or ounce on your Kuchermach. Okay. Tie plus erical. Tie is masculine. Okay. So on tie erical. Or ounce on tie erical. Okay, following the rule that the masculine adjectives, we'll just call them the masculine adjectives, though it's the noun that's masculine. But anyway, It's just easier to say, I think, the masculine adjective. So anyway, so they don't change. So that becomes easy. So Balak Neonach. Okay, so what would be the strange boy?
Mhm.
Yeah,
An Eala Bhàn.
Balak
Ambala.
Neonach. Yeah.
No.
How would you say, I don't know, Ek, the strange boy? Ek,
Avali.
Avalek.
Yeah.
Okay. Ek, Avalek.
Neonach.
Because it doesn't change.
Yeah. Doesn't change. Okay. Anku Gelis, the faithful dog. How do you say the faithful dog?
An Dilius.
Anku Gelis. Okay.
Gelis.
Leva. How do you say air? You know, something that's on the faithful dog. Air.
Aaron Kujilis.
Air ahu.
Ahu. Oh, okay.
Ahu Gelis. Yeah. Air ahu Gelis. Okay. So remember that for the prepositional, a lot of the even the masculine nouns take the definite article, except tie, okay, or you know, words that begin with a T or a D or an S or a vowel. So anyway, so okay, Òran Animal, the famous song. So it would be
Antoran.
very good. Antoran
Animal.
Animal. Okay. Or in ounce on Òran. Very good. Ounce on Òran.
Ounce on
Animal.
Oran animal.
Yeah. Because in the prepositional,
You don't put the T.
Yeah, you drop the T. We lose the T. Okay. So here we have oops, I don't want to cheat. Okay. All right. So all right, the beautiful girl.
Ahalik. Jack.
Yeah, Akalik. Voyek. Okay, Akalik Voyek. How about can't say in, on, okay, on the beautiful girl. Okay. Air.
Howlet.
Yeah, Akalik.
Oh.
Voyek. Okay. Okay, so remember a two-syllable adjective doesn't take an augment. Okay. Okay. And one more. Okay. Yep. All right. Okay. Nian Beck. So it would be just a Nian Beck would be Nian
Beck.
Beck, yeah, Gleva. Or how about Ek? Ek.
Nian Beck.
On
Onion Vic.
Vic, yeah. Very good. Okay. I almost made a mistake there. I started to make a mistake, yeah. Ek on Nian Vic. Yeah. So yeah, and so remember the N noun takes on as a the. Okay, all right. Okay, so you got some more that you can do. All right, so how do we do this? Okay. Oh, okay. All right, so here we just go, we want to change these directly to the prepositional. Okay, so ounce on your,
Kutremach.
yeah, Kutremach. Yeah, ounce on your Kutremach. Okay. Or in the elegant house, ounce.
Untie.
Yeah, untie. Very good. Okay. Erical. Okay. Eacarsaich, yeah. Doesn't change. And then tie for the prepositional takes the on the. Okay. Okay. So we want at the strange boy. So ek.
Avalik.
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 Ek avalik. No. Okay. So just remember, you would never have ek balik. Okay, so and so it would take the prepositional would take the the okay, the is an and if you have an you would have lenition for the noun. But note that the adjective does not lenite. Okay, all right, okay, and so you've got some others. Okay, and here. Just ask you to translate. So we want just the nominative, and so remember. Oh, we've decided that the root. So the root would be for the elegant house would be
Untie.
Erica.
Yeah. So that's kind of a new word. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the strange boy. Okay. I don't know. He swallowed something. So in the strange boy. So ounce.
Avalik Neonok.
Avalik Neonok. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. He swallowed a peach pit. Okay. Or something. I don't know. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, so you do that, so and right here, yeah, so I have nominative. Let me see if I can make a quick change. Replace nominative with
Root.
Yeah, I wonder if I can do that. There you go. All right, good. Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. Okay. And now we want to make it plural. So it's fair to look up at the top or look it up in your dictionary. So Antai Goram, the blue house would be Notaichean Gorama. Batabek would be Nabatakan Becca. Doris Moore would be
Dorson Mora.
Yeah, very good. Dorson Mora. Okay, so remember the single syllable adjectives for the plural take the augment. Okay, so on Lor Kutramak would be na.
Lorican.
Very good. On Lorican.
Kutramak.
Yeah. No augmentation or lenition for the well, with one exception, for the plurals. Let's see. Okay. Oh, well, here's one. How do you say Balak more? Now we want to make that oh, well, we have that. Okay, make it into the plural. How do you make the big boys?
Balikan Mora?
Bali?
Balikan.
Vor.
Yeah, of course. Okay, yeah.
Navalik Vor.
Vora. Navalik Vora.
Vora. Oh.
Okay, yeah. So remember, if we have the internal plural, then that's the one case in which we lenite. Okay? All right. Leva. Okay. Okay. So now we want to spot the mistake on Gaelic boyek.
Maybe
Yeah, very good. Yeah. So actually we have two mistakes here. A Gaelic boyek. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay. And how about here? An Eaala Bhàn.
An
Very good. An
Eala
Eaala Bhàn.
Bhàn.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, so ounce on offish fóplach.
Ounce an office full bleak.
Fóplach, yeah.
Full
Ounce ounce on offish
Full pleak.
fóplach, yeah. Fóplach, yeah. Very good, very good. In the public office. Office being feminine. And so we in the original, we have correctly the lenition, but we need the slenderization. Okay, all right, yeah, so you can play around with those a bit. Okay. And we have an answer key. All right, so all right, but don't cheat. Try to do the exercises before you look at the answer key. Okay, but of course, if so check your answers against the answer key, and I guess for the matter of learning, you go, well, I don't know what that is. In a case like that, you could very well check the answer key. But whatever's helpful for you to learn. Okay. All right. Okay. Any questions so far?
No.
All right. Okay. So, that's a lot of information. Okay. Do you need me to talk about it any more? Or okay. All right. So,
Maybe I might have some questions after I do some of the lessons.
yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So as you do the exercises, collect whatever questions you might have, and then bring them up next week. I didn't get this, or can we go over that again? I don't think I quite got it from the lecture. So, I'm very open to a review session or going back over it session, and this goes all the time. I mean, for whatever that we're going over. Okay, all right, okay, all right. So let's see where we are now. All right, okay, all right, okay. Now, if I can find my Zoom. Okay, here we go. Okay, share. Okay, and I'm going to. Okay, you can see my screen now, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. An Prionnsa Og Easaidh, the young prince of Easaidh. Okay, so this is kind of special. This is an actual, a lot of the stories that I give you are actual folk tales. This is from a collection of folk tales from the Popular Tales of the West Highlands by I.F. Campbell. And one of these days, I'll give you a presentation on Campbell himself. But just very briefly, in the 17 and 1800s in Europe, it became, I don't know, the thing. It became a popular thing for researchers to collect songs and folk tales from the people. Okay, so this isn't literature per se. This isn't educated people writing novels. This is people like, and I'll give you an analogy that might make sense. It's like the Brothers Grimm, who went out in Germany. They were in Germany, of course, and went to farms and farm people and said, "What stories do you know?" Okay, and people would tell them a story. Because of course in those days, a lot of entertainment and especially for people who were not literate, they told stories amongst themselves and they sang amongst themselves. And so there were a group of people. There were people who went out and collected songs, and some people went out and collected stories. And Campbell was one of them. And he had a whole team that worked with him. They would go out and they would, hear about somebody in this village who is a famous storyteller or known to be a storyteller in the village or on the island. They would go talk to him and they'd get him to tell them some stories, and they'd write it down. They'd write it down in Gaelic, and you can actually read these stories. There's books that are still in circulation. You can get Popular Tales of the West Highlands, and there's about 4 volumes, and there's more Popular Tales. So maybe there's 5 or 6 volumes of these stories collected in the Highlands of Scotland. And in these books, you'll find the original Gaelic and English translations. And so it's a wonderful source for Gaelic folklore. So that's a little background, okay? And this story happens to be the first story in the first volume. The first story in the first volume. All right? Okay. So all right. So, and just a little hint, for you when you're reading this on your own, you can read the Gaelic first, and then read the English. Okay, and there are a couple notes in the learner's corner, about special usage. Okay, just a couple little notes. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's read this. So I'm going to read it, and then you follow after me. So, Ur Yanro Antul,
Ur
Yanro
Nas
an Sul.
Baprunsa Og,
Prinsa og
Baprunsa Ogown, okay?
Prinsa
Prunsa Esse Ruadh.
Prinsa Ishi Ruadh.
Prinsa Essie Ruadh.
Ruadh, okay? Va e afurich
Furek
an an Lucas Lan Kill Isgara.
On a
Lucas Lam Gil Isgara.
Isgara. Once there was a young prince, the Prince of Esse Ruadh. He lived in a palace full of music and laughter. And Ur Yanro on Sul, once upon a time. Okay. Ach, Hanik skis at a Korstock. Hanik skis at a Korstock. Okay. Va e giri juchen. Shena Nakria. Okay. But a tiredness came on his comfort, as comfort began to feel dull, and he wanted a test that would put fire in his heart. Hule skill monech kuatach Fosk Air Live. Okay, he heard a story about a powerful man or person, okay, nearby, but Gruach Karsalik down of air. Karsalik down. Yeah, he was called. Okay, was on him. Gruach Karsalik down. Is by Wavasach Olch Droiach. Olch Droiach. And he was terrible, evil, and magical. Is Chlukik and Gruachach.
And
Gamic and Sprotach. Colori Donia. Ekan time more. Okay. And he would play on Gruachach on exciting games with people or men at his mansion at Timor. Is Buren do Gunya,
Burin
Dogunya, and a person or a man, imich dushin inchnich ayan. Dushin inchnich ayan. Okay. He could, and a person can get many interesting prizes. Okay, could get. Okay, many prizes. Interesting get. Okay, nambunakach iet. Iet. Okay, if they won. Okay, all right. Okay. Chai am prunsa gufishika.
I am Prionnsa.
Gufishika. Erson Korla. Okay. The prince went to a wise man or a seer for advice. Najiene. Herstam fair fis. Chaniel an gema koramach salvacha. Okay. Don't do it, said said the wise man. Okay, it's not a it's not a safe or fair game. Okay, koramach safe or a fair, salvacha safe. Okay. All right. Okay. Achayam prunsa koyu.
I am Prionnsa.
Koyu. Okay. So the prince went anyway. Hui a Muchunia van Gruikich. I guess Hoshikiet Ergema. And they began the game. He sat opposite the Gruikach, and they began the game. Vunich am Prunsa hiet Turus. So the prince won the first time. Jehu Agiri Gainek on Gruakach. Againek on Gruakach. What do you want? Asked the Gruakach. Hamiagiri Naha Erkul on Dorishin. I want what is behind that door. Glosko on Gruakach on Doris. August van Nien na Sheshef Aun. Okay, so the Gruakach opened the door and there's a Nien standing there. Nien of a Guma simply Grounta Rapach. Simply Grounta Rapach. Okay. A girl who was quite simple, ugly, okay, and slovenly. Okay, so a real prize, okay, in other words. Okay. All right. So Nur Agafiat. When they left, is Erandoi Gaki. And on the way home, Garich Coltus Namaischen. The appearance of the maiden changed. Vayalin is beautiful. And there is wisdom in her eyes. Okay. On Count Tychen. Takin. Okay. Count Tychen. After a while, Hanakan time came. Gundogir Amprunsa. Agol Erdana Hudish Arisht.
goal Donna Kurish Arish.
To go on an adventure again. Vroin of Eichen, Rish a Frunza Og.
Rish a Prunsa Og.
Yeah, okay. All right. Magiris to Chlucha Arisht.
Magiris to Klucha Arish.
If you want to play again, Eastrum.
Eastrum.
Listen to me. Tugan Rutaha Kolikri Rootbeck.
Tugan Root
Yeah. Choose the thing that is like a
small thing.
Small thing or an insignificant thing. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's a clue.
Vunig an Prunsa an Danatoris.
Brunig
Danatoris. Jehu Giri. Jainek an Gruachach. Okay, so what do you want? So the prince won the second time, and the Gruachach asked, "What do you want?" Jehu Giri. Hel an Gruachach da ech.
Han Gruachach dan
unstable. Don Frunsa.
Frunsa.
Okay. The Gruachach showed the prince two horses in this stable. By Ech Morlik Du Aun. There was a magnificent black horse. Is low vek Felix. And a filly, that is a female horse, that was small and shaggy. Felix. Okay. Vakunya era Frunsa. No Hirschdeweischen. Okay. The prince remembered what the maiden had said.
Okay.
Hooke and root. Yeah, that was the least. Okay. Unlow. That is
Unlow.
the filly. Okay, the shaggy filly.
So you picked the shaggy one.
Yeah, he picked the shaggy one. Is Hanak an La?
Is Hanak an La?
They came to the Van Prunsa.
Van Prunsa
Arisht. Okay, he was bored and restless again. Isagiri Danahuris Le Eila. And he wanted another adventure. Okay. And wanting another adventure. Okay. Can't keep him happy. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Yin Shavaichen Ga. Okay. The maiden said to him, Beegle Hunnerstach. It will be very dangerous if he a Klucha Arish. To be playing again. Achai and Prunsa Koyu. But there's no talking to him. He went anyway. Right? Okay. Trace Totish show. This third time, Vunich and Gruachach. Agus gav an chomer fuach. Mogalrag. Okay. And yeah, so the room became as cold as winter. Okay. Churan Gruachach. Croshen is guessing. Era Frunsa. Fai Clàr solus rin an unican. Clàr solus, the sword of light. Rin an unican darich.
Rin an Urican Dari.
Dark. Okay. King of the oak windows. Hirste no kali u dokown.
No Kali
Kali
Or you will lose your head. Okay. Okay. So he put crosses and spells, just a little phrase. Okay. Guessing is kind of the operative thing. Okay. A guess is it could be a spell or an obligation. Okay. Muschek am Prionnsa.
Check on Prionnsa.
Before the prince, An Eala went on his quest.
Aaron Tor Eka.
Tor Hook a Vaishin Korlaga.
Look of Vaishtin Korlaga.
The maiden gave him advice. Eastrum. Okay.
Eastrum.
She's always saying, listen to me. Stupid. Okay. She Maher Ahound Ruakak. She Maher
Ahound
Gruakak. Yeah. It is my father who is the Gruakak. Havi Avarach. Havi Avarach. Okay. And he won't be killed. Havi Avarach. Aklesh Clive Solus.
Clash and Clive Solus.
Oh, at the sword of light. Aval Doran.
Aaron
Avi Echa.
Avi.
But he won't be killed, but with the sword of light on the mole on his neck.
Ooh.
So he's got a weakness. Okay. East Rishan Lo, Hirstavaistion.
East Rishan Lo.
Hirstavaistion. Listen to the Philly. Nalek le u do hulen agunik.
Nalek le u do hulen
agunik. Don't let pride close your eyes. Uravarkich am Prionnsa an lo. When the prince rode the filly, Yaraki Hain. He changed. Vailua train. Train. She was fast and brave. Agus kai I na ech. Changed into, literally, she went into the horse of Iolic Rachin Fata. Rachin Fata is Doyen Dirva. That was familiar with on long roads and difficult ways. Okay, so changed into a magnificent horse. Galafiat Margui. Arish Ermonchik. Is Beountain. Okay, so they traveled like the wind across moors and mountains. Is Hatoglach gu avarsht lo. Gu avarsht
lo.
So the March wind could not catch the filly, so the March wind is fast. Okay. Ranachid Castro. So they reached the castle. Rinan Unikandari. The king of the oak windows. Clive Solosound. There was the sword of light. Ajerset Gufur. Coldly gleaming or coldly shining. Okay, translated here as shining with a cold glow. Okay, that's good. All right. Okay. On Clive Solus, kind of Gaelic lightsaber. Okay. All right. Okay. Hiring on Prionnsa.
Running.
On
Prionnsa.
Prionnsa. On Clàr go fhacal.
An Clàr go
Fhacal. As an iron.
Asan.
Okay. The prince drew the sword carefully out of the scabbard. Ec an ddíreach rain a screit ar.
An Gaelic
Rain
a
a screit ar.
great
Okay.
ard.
But at the end, it made a loud screech. Yúnsig rin an unican darich. Yúnsig rin an unican darich air. Okay, so the king of the oak windows charged or attacked him, and Gear on Prionnsa via Furicus a Savage.
Yeah,
Prionnsa via Furic is a Savage. So the prince wanted to stay and fight. Hadolek an Prosh.
Adolek an Prosh.
Prosh lesh checker. Okay, so his pride would not let him flee. Ach an lo.
An lo.
But the filly shouted, Ruir Falaf.
Ruir.
Okay, I guess Hannah Kunya air.
Hanna.
And a memory came on him that is on the prince, the Hurstavaistion.
The Hurstavaistion.
Okay, so he remembered what the maiden had said. So Hanek da ech.
Hanek da ech.
So two horses, le makriken.
Le makriken.
Fiech.
Fiech.
Ora. Okay, so two horses came with fierce riders on them. On Tor Ora.
On Tor Ora.
Mastirum. In pursuit of them like a storm. On Urshin. Hanek on Czech Gel. Bask Rishantuv. Okay, close to their side. Bulesh and Clàr. Hurst on low. Strike with the sword, said the filly. Is Vul on Prionnsa a. And the prince struck him as Hucha Markica Shias. Markica Shias. Okay, and the rider fell down. Ver ech du ora. So the black horse caught up with them. Shinrin an unican darich. That is the king of the oak windows. Hurst on low.
Boule.
Yeah. Boule. Yeah. Very good. Okay. Yeah. So, now strike him. Okay. Is Geram Prionnsa. Markica. Shias. And the prince struck the black rider down. Yeah, black rider, Markica. Yeah. Okay. Notaichean Prionnsa. Yantai Guruakich. Okay, when the prince returned to the Grukat's house, Hure Unuch air. It surprised him. Okay. Kimar Hur U-A. How did you get it? I'm Gruakak. The Gruakak asked. We're bay on Dorn show at a Clàr.
Morbe and Dorn.
Show and
Five.
if this hilt had not been on the sword, Haburengo, I could not have Haburengo. Okay, would not be possible for me. Hurstam Prunsa. The prince said, Shelnas Ashka, Arse.
Shelnas Ashka.
Look closely, more closely, he said. Skroman Gruachak.
From nan
Account.
Account.
Okay, so the Gruachak bent his head. Agus Hunik Amprunsa.
Agus Hunik Amprunsa.
Baldorain Eran Avi.
Baldorain
the mole on his neck. The prince saw the mole on his neck.
Oh, the ball?
Yeah, Baldoran, the mole.
Baldoran. Okay.
Yeah, Baldoran.
Doran.
Yeah, Doran. Yeah, Eran Avik. So he had this mole. Okay, kind of hard to see there, but anyway.
What's Doran mean? D-O-B-H-R-A. What's that part mean?
What does it mean by itself? I have to look it up. Baldoran. A Doran would be an otter. Baldoran would be a mole on the skin. Okay, yeah. Doran by itself would be an otter. Okay.
Like the animal, like a mole?
Yeah. So
interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, that's
interesting.
how they went from from an otter to a mole on the skin. I don't know, but that's.
Besides otter ball.
Yeah, otter ball. Yeah, there you go, an otter ball. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Is Prince.
Prince
Launa Clive. Okay, the ounce of Baldorain.
Ounce of
Baldorain. Okay, so the prince stabbed or the blade of the sword into the Baldorain, into the mole, is Huchan Gruachak. Against Galafa Huak. Galafa Eka. Marchio. Like smoke, or sometimes kill is like a fog. Okay. Bound on Urshin. It was then of a Muncher of Ala Sur.
Of a Muncher of Ala Sur.
That the people of the village were free. Yen Ruachak Olk.
Then Ruachak
Olk. Of the free of the evil Gruachak. Atogir Amprunsa. The prince didn't want Agol Erdana Hudish Arish Tuluk. Agol Erdana Hudish Arish Tuluk. Didn't want to go on an adventure ever again. Is Fos Essen Isavichen. Okay, and then they married. Okay, so and they lived happily ever after, I guess. Okay. All right.
You learned this lesson.
There you go. End of and that's the end of Prunsa Og Esibrug. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So just for a moment. So that's the as I said, the first folktale and the West Highland folktales. Okay, so from time to time I'll put one of those together. Here we go. Okay, all right. So let's take a look at a song. We have a song as usual. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go back here. Okay. Okay, An Eala Bhàn. This is Dol by Dol Ruadh Coruna. Okay, and there's the Eala Bhàn, the white swan, an Eala Bhàn. Okay, so And Dol Rua Karuna, he a couple different things. One, very non-Gaelic name for this guy. He was Gaelic, but he got his name, I think, from his grandfather, who fought against Napoleon in the early 1800s at the Battle of Corunna, and so they adopted that as their family name. And Dol Ruadh, of course, would be red-headed Donald. And he wrote this song, and you'll see when we get into the song, to his girlfriend um, from the First World War, the trenches in the First World War. Terrible experience, for anybody who lived through that. Trench warfare in the First World War, very high casualty rate. And anyway, so he wrote this song, and and so let's go through it. So follow along after me, and then as usual, we will have the song to sing. Okay, so it goes, Gerdulach Loom Marhami.
Mahami.
Okay, so it is sad I consider my condition that I am as I am. Dulach Loom with me. Smochrian Ansasek Brown.
Mokrin
Sasek
Sas
Brown.
Akron.
And my heart engaged or engaged in would be a better word, weighted down with sorrow. Okay. Fanur agag me.
Van Ur
Agag
Agagmi.
me from the time that I left, the hour that I left, Beountain and Arsht Achio.
Yaunten Arsh Hill.
High mountain, high misty mountains. Glauntanen Avarin.
Liaunten of Varing.
Avarin. Little glens of dilence, of having fun, of fooling around. Non loch, non bog, is non strom.
Non Loch, non
Non
Bag,
strom.
non
Okay.
Strom.
The lochs, the bays, and the forelands. I guess the beaches. Okay. So an Elevan on Tav Aun.
It's an Elevan.
Tav
Ta
Aun.
Tav Aun.
The white swan dwelling there. Gachla and Mivel and Tor.
Gachla
And
Mavel
Tor.
Mian Tor.
Whom I daily pursue. Okay. Avaki.
Avaki.
Nabi Tursak.
Nabi Tursak.
Don't be sad. A ruin. Get haven bas.
A ruin. Get Gavin Bas.
So Maggie, don't be sad. Love, okay, so Maggie, love, don't be sad. If I should, literally something like if I should get death, if I should die. Coam fair on mescan tlui.
Poem fair on Mescan.
Mescan tlui. Who, the man in the midst of or amongst people. Avarish boon gubra.
Avaris Buin Gubra.
Lives forever. Okay. Chaniel Sheen Ula Ach Erhurst.
Daniel Sheen Ula Er Hurst.
Okay, we're all but on a journey. Marhian Bula Fas.
Marhian Bula Fas.
Like flowers growing in the cattle fold, in the cattle yard, like in the meadow. Ver Shiantana Numbliana Shias. The storms of the year come down. Snachtog agreeing on Arsht.
Snachtog agreeing on Arsht.
The sun cannot raise. Okay, so so the things that die in at the end of the summer, the new sun can't bring them back. Han talav there munkurshkium. Talav there munkurshkium. And the earth around me. Okay, the velen suis na niol. Is Neo, like hail in the heavens. Ech nashel zabulug. Abulug, yeah. Right here, using the English word, the shells, like the exploding bombs. Okay. Abulug, exploding. Hagergo vum lechio.
Aleo.
Okay, so and so I'm blinded, so I don't have vision. Okay, and it's not vision for me from the smoke. Gynchlasnech ech machlusen. Okay, and my ears are deafened or without hearing at my ears. Lefuim agunavor. With the noise of the big cannon, of the big gun, gunavor, or the cannon. Ach get hanur shokrui oram. But though the time is so hard on me, hamos munchen nicht clouds. And right here it's translated as the girl McLeod, but but that's communicated Nick Cloud, the daughter of Cloud, Okay. The feminine form of Mac Cloud. Okay. All right. So Mulen announced the Trenchican. Crouched in the trenches, literally on my elbows. Okay. Haminchin Orstagrai. And my mind is on you, love. Nam Chato be of Ruter Orst. In sleep I dream of you, be me of Ruter Orst. Hadulach go vislan. I am not fated to survive. He's feeling a little bit depressed here. Okay. Meine era leonach. My spirit is filled. Leikianalas holan. With a longing so full. It's a ruach kagas ho ruach oram. And the hair, gruach agas ho ruach oram, and the hair that grew red on me. Right here we have auburn. Okay. Anish her ur viban. Viban is now almost white. Aikava let hain a ruin.
Aikava let hain a ruin.
So good night with you, love. Okay, another word for love. Okay. Nayapi huri vla. Lie in your warm, sweet-smelling bed. Kato savek erakul. Okay, peaceful sleep, and afterwards, doguskik sundik slan. You're waking happy and healthy. Mishan show on Trincha ur. And I hear in the cold trench this nam chrunchen fuim of us. And in my ears the noise of death. Right here translated as clamor of death in my ears. Gundurifayan aslibui. With no hope, Gundul, with no hope to get out with victory. Han kun hobun rinav. The ocean is too wide to swim. Okay. All right. So All right. So the sad song, about the soldiers' plight in war. But good news is, well, good news and bad news. Dol Ruadh did return from the war. He survived. Bad news is he did not marry this girl. He ended up marrying somebody else, but Maggie. But he didn't marry Maggie, but he married somebody else. So he lived a long, happy, I guess, relatively happy life. Okay, all right, okay. But all right, so let's go to the song now. Okay. For his love, vagin clouds. Okay. Okay. Can you hear that? Can you hear her? Did you hear that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Okay. And so on the screen, you'll have the lines written. So sing along. All right, there we go. All right, okay. Stop the share. All right. Okay, so there we go. An Eala Bhàn. All right. Anyway, so any questions? Okay, all right, okay. So oh wait, no, I just wanted to remind you of a couple of things that I have in the notes section. Okay, where are we? Okay, right here. Okay, so after that, down here. Okay, so you can do the exercises, and right here I have a link for just a little kind of a documentary on translating Shakespeare's Macbeth into Gaelic. And so the people who did this kind of figured, well, you know, Shakespeare placed his play Macbeth in Scotland, and so it would be very appropriate to do it in Gaelic. And so this is not the play itself, though you'll see a couple scenes from it, and but it's got some commentary, and a lot of it is in Gaelic with English subtitles. Okay, so anyway, and Catriona Lexi Campbell is a very well-known author in Gaelic. Okay, but she's acting here. Okay, so you have that to watch, and then you have a Scottish Gaelic immersion video. Okay, so this is a video that just it'll give you phrases like okay. Shea Charlotte. Pie no more. Okay. What do you prefer? You know, at the beach or Hanya Ganavik at a bowl. Okay. Okay. So anyway, so you can get you can just put this on in the background. You don't even have to pay attention to it. Just put it on in the background and get words or just hear the sound of it. Okay, so that's all right. A couple fun little videos for you to watch. Okay, all right. Okay, so all right. So any questions? Any points?
No, but thank you for loading the movie. That was cute. That was
okay. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Okay, yeah.
Especially the toward the beginning, the school scene. You know, with it's very very similar to what they did here with children who speak native languages.
Yeah, very true. I mean, you know, just sadly, you know, they attacked indigenous languages all over the world.
Right.
You know, I mean, the Celtic languages in Britain, but also, as you say, you know, very, very similar practice here in the Americas. And so, so anyway, but as you say, a fun movie, and it gives us a little insight into, you know, Gaelic culture, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, all right, Ruadh. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. So, okay. All righty. Well, then that's it for tonight. Okay. Aichiva huladunya. Aichiva.
Cheery.
Cheery.
Aichiva.
Cheery. Aichiva. Okay.